breaking off with a girlfriend. What's happening, man?
So I'm trying to unplug myself, basically like made some good progress this first year, I guess, like started around the first of the year, set a goal to ask a new chick on a date every week, had horrible success like the first 3 months, and then went on a date with this chick. I actually didn't like her that much at first, but she kept bugging me. She wanted to hang out. So I kept hanging out with her. I've dated a couple chicks, like went on a couple dates with a couple other chicks since being with this one, but mostly consistently with this one because I don't have a lot of options outside of this. I think I need to break things off with this girl because she's not really adding or complementing my life. But I don't.
Why is she a drain? What is she doing that's making her a drain on your life?
I'm very like fit, active. She's kind of lethargic. Like when we first started hanging out, she said she was really active and loved to do things. But like we went up for a little mountain getaway like a couple weeks ago. We went on a hike and she rolled her ankle. I know everybody says that's fucked up.
She rolled her ankle walking?
Yeah.
So she's that out of shape. She doesn't walk that often.
No. And she like started crying. Like I didn't really know what to say. And then I kind of like brushed it off. It's just like, oh, whatever. Like, you know, maybe she tripped. It's people make mistakes. But I went on a bike ride with her like a couple weeks ago, rode with her like the whole time. It was like a out and back. And then at the turnaround point, I kind of left her in the dust, just like kicked up my cadence, started to pedal, have fun. But I like every so often look back. I stopped at a checkpoint and like waited for her to catch up. And the first thing she says, like, you don't have to make this a race. I was just like, well, like, I'm not really trying to race. I'm just trying to have fun. And I kind of brushed it off. And then like 30 minutes later, I was like, hey, you know, I think that was really frustrated me how you said that. I feel like you're nagging me. We had loose plans to go to dinner last week. And then I forget what happened. She did something that pissed me off and I just kind of like ignored her for a couple hours.
She flaked on you?
Did she flake on me?
Yeah.
No, I actually flaked on her.
So basically, I mean, question for you. So if she's out of shape, why did you go out with her?
Not a lot of options to begin with.
Was there like older photo, like 5 years older, 30 pounds lighter? Like, what are we dealing with here?
Yeah, there was some of that. Yeah. I don't think it was.
Okay, so she catfished you. Or
yeah, I mean, it's not the worst one I've ever had for sure. She actually looked pretty good when we met up, but like it's been about 4 months now, and she's definitely like dropped off. I confronted her about it and told her, and that's why she started riding a bike. She went and got a bike. So she is like trying to work on these things.
Can I just get some frame around what we're dealing with here? Like, what's her height and weight roughly?
She's probably like 5'6", 140, 150.
But not fit, you're saying? Like she's more flabby.
Yeah. And when we first met, she was like just a little bit flabby, and now it's just like got worse.
Yeah, these are like things that you can't fix. Like, how old is she?
25.
Yeah, I don't recommend guys try to fix any of this stuff, like especially in her 20s. It's like, look, man, like women are usually their most beautiful, their most like the hottest a chick is ever going to be 22, 23 years old, right? I can go back in my yearbook and I can look at any gal that might show up on Facebook that I went to high school with, and she looks way better in her high school graduation photograph than she does today.
God, I think I'm afraid of being alone. I've been alone for a very long time. It is like convenient to have somebody around who's available. Getting to a point where it's like the juice isn't worth the squeeze anymore.
Are there any colleges or universities close by?
Yeah, University of Boulder or TU Boulder is like 20 minutes. I work up there pretty often.
Why don't you date those gals? They're a little bit younger. They're probably a little fitter. They got something going on. There's some women that put a lot of weight in education and degrees and, stuff like that. That loses relevance over time, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I don't even have a university degree, and I make more money than anybody they ever went to school with that has university degrees. Most of them are dipshits that did nothing with their lives, right? So it doesn't have a lot of relevance as time goes on. When you're in your 20s, you might get some pushback. Just ignore those chicks. Like, I get it, but I mean, if you want your options to expand and you want to get more women choosing you, you want to kind of like lean into confidence and a look that's really going to sell for you. And I think that the mustache does you a disservice. It kind of makes you probably look younger than what you are, which is fine if you want to date, super young chicks, but I don't think it's a look that suits you, right? Women tend to lie about what they look like. Men on dating apps tend to lie about more so things like height and success. Like they'll stand beside a Lambo in their photographs, even though they don't own a Lambo. They might stand beside shorter people that look taller. Sort of, there's 8 billion people on a planet. Half of them are women, and you know what? Some of them live in your vicinity. And put yourself out there. Don't waste your time with women that catfish you, fatfish you, whatever it happens to be. Like, if you meet her and she looks nothing like her photograph, or she's not attractive enough for you, then just politely say, hey, you know what? This isn't what I signed up for. I got other things to do, but, have yourself a good day, and just let her know, you misled me with your photography. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.